champions. And by the way, you asked about the matchup, but yeah, let's talk about that as more if as this game carries on. But we are ready to load up for the second game of today between the Elders and Asnal TV.
So yeah, bring me into that matchup that you were talking about before we
Yes,
before we load into the game.
So the top lane matchup, I searched in Irelia mains. So the first.
You suck. I hate you.
Honestly, the first thing I saw in the subreddit was like, why do we play Irelia when Jax is a thing? So I was like, oh. So it seems as if that Jax does win out that matchup. But yeah, as I said, with Wave, Irelia should be able to be more slippery. But again, this is Jax is one of those really good top lane skirmishers and bruisers that can just win a lot of the matchups a lot of the time. If plays safely, just gets farm, this Jax should be big. Has the best Jax skin too. So I believe in this Jax a lot. So but yeah, looking around the map, this is wow. Those nice wards there, pretty aggressive. Just trying to look for this Volibear.
I mean, I think that's smart, right? The more vision that they have, the more control they have over the map. And I think it's extremely important because Asnal TV, they're going to want to make sure to put these carries behind. If an Irelia or a Vayne or an Ahri get ahead, it's going to be very difficult, especially considering how mobile and how slippery these champions are. And in chaotic team fights where you have two CC heavy, frontliners in the Zac and in the Nautilus, you can kind of lose track. And in taking out the ward, he leashes the red buff. Unfortunate.
It's over.
Unfortunate. And he doesn't get the ward as well.
Doesn't even get the ward. Wow. So I think this I was trying to save this, but then honestly, Volibear is no longer a bear. It is a dog because that champion. But anyways, this pick is just really.
As you mentioned, yeah, Nautilus going in. So this is what I was talking about, right? If Nautilus manages to play aggressive in a way that is playing around vision, Nautilus can definitely, and that is a great trade for the bot lane of the Elders, right? That's something that I brought up in the early game, or in the pre-game. So we'll see where this goes. Going for the invade, but he might get spotted out here by Zac. Zac is pathing up. As that's happening, we lose Samira going in. Ignite already used. There is a heal. Flash going in by the Samira and grabbing the onto the Vayne. Samira getting that dash reset, and they're going for the Vayne here. Vayne having the flash away, but the auto goes through anyways. Oh no! Unfortunate for the bot lane of Elders after that early. But with this, you mentioned the wave. Jax manages to get the safety, and he manages to keep his flash as well. But that's unfortunate. 2 kills going over to Asnal TV. See a fight here between Zac and Volibear. We do see the Volibear getting hit here. Volibear securing the Gromp, so this might be, we might lose passive here. He doesn't have blue buff, and we also see Irelia rotating over now. Irelia might be a bit slow to this. Does get the stun off onto the Volibear. Volibear moving forward, managing to get the passive of the Zac, and now Jax jumping in. Kayle has also rotated, but Ahri is here as well. Charm landing onto the Jax. Jax using evasion. Jax having to flash away, gets ignited by the Ahri, and now Irelia going onto the Jax. Now it's 1-for-1. Kayle gets the kill onto the Zac, however, but it looks like Irelia manages to get the stun, and she can get away. So that is an overall 1-for-1, both kills. 1 kill going over to the mid laner, 1 kill going over to the top laner. So that is unfortunate, right? Zac not only losing his passive, but his life and his jungle as well. So unfortunate play, but the Elders can still at least smile knowing that Irelia gets a kill.
Yeah, just great response there actually from Volibear, knowing that usually Zac's they've done their homework, knowing that the Zac usually goes for the full clear, just goes straight up to that blue buff, and also mind you gets the Gromp, so in terms of EXP he's also ahead, and there is a wave here fully stacked Irelia.
There's another wave coming as well. Irelia could continue to fight this. Does respect. Respects the Jack, decides not to go for it. But the stacks are still full. The mana is a bit low though. Jack's now going for a trade, but Irelia having to back off. Great trade by the Jax, understanding that he's the more powerful one in this situation. Zac now going in, and Kayle having to flash away from the charm. Kayle manages to escape with her life, but that is a huge summoner blown for this Kayle.
Yeah, I mean, right now the Zac is trying to be proactive around the map. So is this Volibear, who has quite an advantage. Good back here coming from the Irelia, TPing not to miss any of the EXP, has a Vampire Scepter. So it's over, guys. Vampire Scepter is completed. This champion is champion now. Full build now. But yeah, as actually a little bit of a caster curse there. You were praising the bot lane a bit. But there's a fight here. But yeah, you're praising the bot lane of the others a little bit, and then they got decide to.
Unfortunate. Jack's going in. Oh, okay.
Player,
So just constantly
players this
trading like
tournament. I swear,
yeah.
players this tournament so far hates us. You know, they everything, everything we've said so far. It's just like they want to make us look stupid at the chat. You know, they're like, ha, you're wrong. We're gonna be bad. But yeah,
W bad casters, NA casting,
uh,
Lamau. Oh, Zach might
but
go
yeah,
for it
here we go.
here.
Zach going
Going
in.
in, does not manage to get it. Manages to get the pullback onto the Renata. Renata is now caught up. Renata flashing away, but we do see the Samira going in, but she does not yet have the ultimate ignite ticking onto the Renata, onto the Samira here. But it looks like Zach having to flash to get away here, and there's not enough CC. Samira is just too tanky here. Samira is trying to be taken down, but Renata gets the kill onto the Zach, and now Nautilus is too low. It looks like Samira can finish him off here, and a double kill for the Renata. A botch gank leading into a 3-0 for this Asnal TV bot lane.
I mean, you talked about it, how the that Renata skill would be important on the Samira, allowing the Samira to just go in. We just saw it there. Samira just went straight in and was not afraid of dying. And this Renata is 4-0, mind you. So it's a little bit unfortunate that gold is going over to the pockets of Renata, but gold is gold by the end of the day, and allowing this Renata to get items really quickly. Just fight.
Vanguard's Edge used very aggressively here. Jax might fall here. Final auto, but it's not enough! It's not enough! And the Jax once again manages to escape with his life just barely. Oh, unfortunate for this Irelia, but that is still really good for her, right? She gets to deny this XP as well as possibly get a plate for herself. There is no TP available for the Jax. So this is still overall not a bad ending for this Elder's top lane.
Yeah, and Zach is here as well at the top side to cover for any gangs coming through. But yeah, just respecting, knowing that I can only take one plate. He's gonna lose out on the XP, get a good reset here. Big swing of gold there, ahead by 700 over at the top side. But the bot lane is the big matchup here. Noon Quiver and Vampiric Scepter for the Samira. Meanwhile, this Vayne only has Boots and Dagger. This is not looking good for the bot lane. Yet, granted, they are the scaling bot lane with that Vayne pickup, but they don't want the Samira to be this fed because they themselves know how big the Samira can be.
Yeah, so it's very interesting to see where this leads to. I mean, obviously in the top lane, it's more Irelia favored right now. In the jungle, I would say it's pretty even. Oh, we do see the roam coming in from the Renata. Onto the Ahri. Ahri does get caught up here, but the charm lands onto the Kayle. And Kayle now getting caught out by the Zac. Zac pushing both champions together. And we do see the Ahri using that ultimate aggressively to try to kite away. Does have the Q available. One final hit, but the ultimate is still available for the Kayle. And now Volley is here looking for the Ahri and gets the stun onto the Ahri. And now two members from the Elders fall. And 2 kills over once again to the pockets of Asnal TV.
Response is just coming through from Asnal TV right now. I think we should just really talk bad about every champion because somehow Volibear looks like a good pick here. Just responding faster. I mean, able to respond to the Zac, who actually has been super proactive around the map. It's just that this Volibear has always been able to respond by the time that they're all low. This Volibear is there to pick
Samira's
up.
looking for the solo kill here. It looks like she's going to get the Vayne here. And she's continuing to move forward, flashing in and using that ultimate to get some life steal, gets that dash reset as well. And that is a huge solo kill for this Samira. Blowing her flash, sure, but at the end of the day, that's gold and XP in her pockets.
And look at Herald here too, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a reset here come in from the Volibear and then walk straight down to bot lane after the Samira. Walk straight down with Samira just to increase the amount of gold the Samira has and ult that turret looking for a dive. Yep, there you go. The reset's coming through. Unless they do choose
they might look for the dive here onto the Ahri.
It's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, you do want your gold over to... You want gold and EXP over to this Kayle as well, but you want more of this over to this very fed Samira who already has Immortal Shield Bow, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see this Volibear just path straight down to this bot turret, ult it.
Oh, Nautilus might get caught out here. Very aggressive warding, but the Renata is around, gets the pullback, and now Volibear is moving up. We do also see the Zac available. Zac going in, grabbing that double knockup, but this is 2 tanky members against people who do damage. Vayne going in, but also takeover, and it kills. It does a lot of damage to the Nautilus, and now the Samira with her ultimate going in, securing the double kill, and now going for the passive of the Zac. It looks like they're giving over the triple kill to the Samira. The Samira who is fed is only getting more and more
Herald, yeah, there you go. There you go. This Samira is going to be bigly. in the words of Carlos from G2. But I mean, this turret should go down too with this ability of Samira to push early, especially with the amount of damage being melee range too, and being solo makes the resistances less as well. And just great response coming out from Asnal TV right now.
Sorry,
5.6
wait.
to
I
2.4.
can't
That's
take you
insane.
seriously. I'm so distracted by that freaking Fast and the Furious action shot that our broadcaster gave us at the freaking follow in the Rift Herald as he crashed into the tower. But yeah, as you mentioned, this is going to be a very steep hill for the Elders to have to climb to get back into this game. We did see in that fight, right? As long as the CC lands, it is possible to disrupt what Asnal TV wants to do. But that CC came in a little bit too early at that time. Oh, Irelia might go for a fight here with Jax. We do see a fight happening in the mid lane as well. Looking at the health bars, not much is happening here. Zac is here as well. The Blast Cone is no longer available. Zac, getting attacked, getting hit. The Irelia gets the reset here, and it looks like Jax going to fall to the Irelia, as well as the Elders managing to hold on to this mid lane tower.
Good understanding from the Zac, knowing that okay, so my bot side is a little losing a little bit right now, and I don't have any control over at this bot side. I want to keep influencing where I can, and that is the top lane. They do give over an Infernal Drake to this already fed Asnal TV team. There's going to be extra damage on this Samira. But yeah, this Irelia is going to be one of those big
Samira
pickups.
aggressively going in here. We might look for a fight here. Nautilus getting the pullback, but does not auto and root the Samira in place. They might look for a tower dive here. Charm should now be available. Volibear diving in this mid lane and hostile takeover being used immediately here. Ahri using her ultimate to get away, but Zac going into the middle. Irelia does now TP into the fight, and we do see
Nice
the fight.
ultimate.
Nice ultimate from the Kayle to secure the kill onto the Zac. Irelia still does have her Vanguard's Edge available, but it looks like she's not going to pop it. She's way too low on mana, and it was just a response TP to keep any more from being lost. Overall, 2 for 1 for Asnal TV.
I mean, yeah, this Irelia is where a lot of the team gold is at. Like the name is living up to the name, being the team of right here. Most of the gold is over at this Irelia. 5k to 3.5k is the only member in this team with a gold advantage against their opponents. So I won't be surprised to see this Zac visit this Jax a little bit more and gank for this Irelia, who has a completed Blade of the Ruined King. But respecting that, knowing that Jax is not that strong just yet, just decides to get vision around, help this team out to just make sure he doesn't get caught out just like last time. But yeah, I mean, the Elders are still not out of this game because they still have the insurance of that scaling AD carry, which is that Vayne, who is a little not a little, but is quite behind compared to the Samira. If this does get to like 6 full items, this Vayne is going to be a menace, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna get to that point because this Samira is just being super aggressive and is taking over the game right now. So and mind you, we're kind of just forgetting that fact that these laners scale too for Asnal TV. There's a Jax, there's a Kayle, especially the Kayle, who we've seen have great ultimates so far.
Yeah, but here we do see Irelia, knowing that she's the stronger of the two, trying to look for a skirmish here. I mean, if you were talking about the AD being behind, look at the support as well. No boots. Not even tier 1 boots on this Nautilus, while as for Asnal TV, right? Oh, the hostile takeover used, and it looks like Renata will be caught up by the Irelia. Does use bailout on herself, but no takedown available in time. Samira using her ultimate, but Irelia getting 2 kills, and that is huge. 2 shutdowns given over to the Irelia. Will they look to continue this fight? Ahri using her ultimate to go in, getting that Everfrost, and Volibear going in with his ultimate as well. Ahri flashed away from the fight, but Zac getting the kill and the shutdown onto the Kayle. No ultimate available, and Irelia getting a 3rd kill, and this Irelia is going to become a menace. 3 kills as well as 2 of those being shutdowns, and that is a great pick, as well as continual team fight from the Elders to respond to Asnal TV's early game dominance.
What just happened there? Like, Irelia gets 2 of the biggest shutdowns in the game there too, on the Renata and the Samira. We were just praising how ATV has been doing playing this early game super well, and how Irelia, exactly how Irelia Okay, let's not talk about Irelia because we might get blamed for the caster curse later on. But this Irelia is indeed the team of the elders right now. Has most gold and in this back should be able to purchase more items towards that mythic, which I'm actually very interested to see if it's the Divine Sunderer or the Immortal Shield though.
Ooh, Samira chasing the Nautilus here, but looks like she'll give that up. She understands that they can't take a fight here. Oh, but they're looking. There's Renata moving over as well. Nautilus might be caught out here if Renata manages to catch her. But it looks like they're just going to secure the vision around the Rift Herald and secure the second Rift Herald for Asnal TV.
Actually, great understanding here from Asnal TV, knowing that, yep, we just kind of threw a little bit there. Let's not lose any more, and let's take this Herald for free because we've seen all 5 members around the map not take a reset just yet. Yes, there was a lot of gold going over to the elders there. Actually, the gold lead has shrunk a little bit here, but, you know, yeah, like if you look over at the Irelia gold graph, is still more than the Samira. But the fact is, they haven't taken a reset for that rift, so it was a pretty free take. But now, if Irelia gets to have a free back here, they still would be a little too late to respond to this mountain trick, and they want to stop the stacking. They want to avoid this mountain soul to go over to ATV. But instead, Irelia, knowing that okay, we probably can't respond to this just yet. Let's just take the top turret. Let's shove this, and let's take a reset and hope that my team can stall fast enough for me to get back.
Oh, but we do see a fight happening from Jax. Jax is going to prevent this back from happening. He does not continue to fight any further, but he understands that what he did is great. And great Rift Herald as well, forcing that mid lane to possibly go down. If the elders decide to go for this, Zach going in. The steal is a little bit... Oh, the jump is a little bit early. They knew, but he goes in, and it's stolen! It's stolen by the Ahri! Zach now in the middle of everyone, does have his passive. It looks like he's going to go down here, but a huge steal by this Ahri to make sure that the dragon stacking stops for Asnal TV.
Worth coming out from Asnal TV, gets the top turret and gets more gold. And there you go, the completed item is the Divine Sunder on this Irelia. So this Irelia is going to actually be a menace if this Volibear stays.
Overextended here, gets the stun here. Vanguard's Edge available, hitting multiple members. There is a hostile takeover, but everyone has run away, and both members going down quickly, and the gold goes to Vayne's pocket. This is going to be huge for the elders. This is exactly the situation that they wanted. Asnal TV, blunder after blunder. You know, this is not looking good for the early game dominance that they displayed.
Oh no, okay, as Asnal TV right now, they should start, like, they shouldn't panic just yet. They should calm down. They still have this early game, they still have the late game in that Kayle, who mind you also got that kill on the Zac, but the Zac is 1 and 6. Oh, they're fighting.
Oh, Samira getting a kill here.
Samira.
You know, just as we were talking about overextensions, here we have the elders overextending into the land of Asnal TV. You know what? We should just stop casting. We should.
Yeah.
We should just stop casting.
Not talk honestly, because right now whatever is happening, just whatever we say shouldn't happen is happening. Like what is happening here? I'm so confused. They just went from like, okay, we can dominate the game now, to just basically, okay, let's give back the gold we just took from Samira. So big shutdowns coming through. This kill is still super big, by the way. 5, 1, and 3, 18 minutes in, already level 12. So that's gonna be a problem for this Elder squad, and as well as the big shutdown. I think that went over to Samira for the Irelia. So we saw that Samira one-shot the Ahri. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Did elect to go for that collector, knowing that the only tanky members in this Elder squad is going to be Zac, as well as there's a 3v1.
Oh wow, they're taking him down so quickly, and he's going to fall here possibly, but great pullback, but no root coming in from the Nautilus. What a blunder. We do see them fighting this Volibear, but Vanguard's Edge does not hit, and Irelia, or this Volibear, manages to get away. Unfortunate mistake from this Irelia, missing that Vanguard Edge, which could have been a kill converted over to the elders. We might see a dive here on the Nautilus. Nautilus is stepping pretty far forward here. Renata catching him back, and it looks like, yeah, just like that, he's going to be taken down. Irelia is TPing here, but bailout is used, and there is no takedown, and that is a kill over to the Nautilus. We do see the Irelia, and great, but it's taken away, but it's huge condemn by the Vayne onto the Samira. Samira is now taken down by the Irelia. Jax now taking out the ADs. The top laner is taking out the ADs, but the Irelia is the stronger top laner, and Zac smiting to secure the kill onto the Jax. What a fight!
I mean, I am so confused with what is happening around the map right now. Teams are just giving gold away left and right. But as what I mentioned earlier, ATV does want to play this side lane game, just wants to play this farming game for this Kayle and allow this Kayle to just get big, who already has 5 kills in her pocket. So this is big. And there you go, Rift Maker as well completed. Ooh, if that item is what I think is going, that is going to be the Rabadon's third, or either that Shadow Flame. But like right now, that ATV has to understand. Let's not get too trigger happy here. We have the Kayle. We have this game on lock, especially in the early to mid game. Let's just scale a little bit more with the Kayle, and this Kayle will do all the damage for us later into the game. But with that said, this
Samira might be caught out here, but as you mentioned, the Kayle is around, and that Kayle, they understand how scary the Kayle is. We do see the Renata here, and the hostile takeover is available. We could see a fight happening here. Zach now going in, getting that hit onto the Kayle. Hostile takeover used, and it catches out the Irelia. Irelia using the Vanguard's edge, manages to catch multiple people, but great ultimate by the Kayle to keep herself alive. And now the Kayle just in the back lane doing damage. We do see the Nautilus, but they're all being taken down. That's 3 members down, and that's the 4th taken down by Asnal TV. And great team fight by them to make sure that the elders could not get a kill.
There you go. Finally, ATV understanding is like, wait guys, why are we trying to force a fight when we have a Kayle ultimate and Volibear as well? So they just understand, okay, we have ability to disengage, and let's bait them to engage just so that we can just turn it around on them. I mean, yeah, there you go. ATV getting a free Baron here. This is exactly how this game should have been, especially in the with the early game lead that they had. They all move over to this dragon, which should be a free mountain soul point for them. And yeah, this is just looking like ATV should just cruise to victory here with this Kayle pick, who is slowly ramping up, and the Samira, who is only getting stronger. But if they do allow this game to scale a little longer than they want to, they still are in danger with this Vayne. But we've seen so far, this Vayne is not really delivering with the damage just yet. Just has Immortal Shield Bow, doesn't have Runans quite yet, isn't dealing that much damage. But yeah, but as the elders here, you still want to focus on getting picks, but not full-on team fights, because you do not win that, especially on a 5v5 setting with a Kayle and Renata ultimate ready.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that you need to point out is, even if Vayne does manage to get her damage off, there's too many damage dealers on Asnal TV's side. You have the Jax who can do damage, you have the Vayne who can do damage, or sorry, you have the Kayle who can do damage, you have the Samira who can do damage, right? And if Vayne focuses one of them, right, but she gets taken out in the process, that's so much bigger for Asnal. But as I mentioned, that a fight is breaking out here. Hostile takeover used by the Samira, but now Samira going in, she does have her ultimate available, uses it aggressively here, and we do see the Nautilus go down. Passive is still available for Zach here, but they're just going to continue to push down this mid lane. Baron buff is still available, and that is still just 1 member down, but they will have to defend for their lives here, because Asnal TV looks like they're positioned to end this game. Irelia is around, Vanguard's edge is available, and a big one can catch them under turret. We do see the inhibitor going down. Will Asnal TV continue to push this? It looks like they will. They are continuing to push this. Kayle staying at the back, making sure that they don't push too much, and they will abandon the Nexus towers, but it looks like they're going to get the bot inhibitor as well. That's 2 inhibitors for their Baron buff, and this is a huge Baron power play for them. You might see a fight break out. This is a 5v5 situation. Zach going in, landing onto nobody. Jax now going in the backline. Aurelia going in, but taken out almost instantly by the Samira. Samira too powerful, getting a double, getting a triple, or no, getting a double so far, and that is an ace for Asnal TV. A double for Volley, a double for Samira, and a kill for Kayle. And making sure that no kills were traded over. GG's Asnal TV, GG's the Elders, and it looks like Asnal will have the victory.
Yeah, great understanding from Asnal there. A little bit of a blunder in the middle game, like giving a lot of free gold over. We've seen